Hi guys. So by the time you're watching this video, I will be 8 weeks post-surgery. Things have been not easy. In the last video, I mentioned how bowel movements and all that were my problem. Luckily, all that cleared up. Right after it cleared up, the universe decided to bless me with a UTI. Thank you very much. That was pretty horrible. I was like not sleeping because literally every 5 seconds I had to pee. Like I'd go to the bathroom, not even much came out, stand up, and before I even got to the door, I already had to go again. But I got on antibiotics for that, so that's gone. But what's been difficult lately is about 2 to 3 weeks ago, my hands started feeling like sore and like kind of stiff, and over time it's just gotten worse and worse and spreads out my whole body. Like my joints are just not wanting to work very well. Like I haven't been able to fully close my hands in like 2 weeks. It's hard for me to bend my knees, my shoulders can get kind of tight sometimes, and you know, it was really freaking me out. Like I might have had a mental breakdown at like 5:30 a.m. in the dark when it first happened. My hands are so stiff and I don't know why. Luckily, I had a doctor's appointment a couple days after that. But the day before the appointment, I went to Disney. I rented a scooter so that I wouldn't have to walk too much. But if you saw my Disney video that I posted recently, you would have saw this. My ankles are so swollen. Am I dying? Probably. And my feet decided to stay swollen like that for like 4 days. They still aren't completely down, but at least they look normal right now. That day and the next day, like my whole ankle looked huge, and even my calf, like if you touched it, it was like hard as rock. And when I walked, it felt like I was walking like on water balloons because there was just so much swelling on my foot. You see that? It's just like so puffy. And my legs too, like, ugh, I hate everything. The next day I went to the doctor and I told them about my joints and how my feet were swelling, and they basically told me that's not normal and they don't know what's causing it. The first thing they thought it might be is an autoimmune disease. So they were asking me, like, does anybody in your family have an autoimmune disease? Does anybody in your family have lupus? Does anybody in your family have rheumatoid arthritis? I'm still learning these words. They're new to me. And I was just like, no. And they were like, down there you're healing just fine, but like this stuff that's going on with your joints, like they're like, we don't know what's causing that because that shouldn't be happening. So they referred me to a rheumatologist, and of course, rheumatologists are apparently the go-to doctor in Florida because the closest appointment I could get was April 8th, and I made that appointment like a week ago. So they were all booked out super far. So until then, I'm just like, what do I do? Like you can see my fingers are kind of swollen today. So usually what happens is like I'm super stiff when I first wake up. I can't close my hand all the way. My knees and shoulders get stiff too, but the hands are the worst and they won't close. The right's worse than the left. My whole body is just stiff and I'm so swollen. My fingers are swollen, my face is swollen. I don't know what to do. And it starts to loosen throughout the day. Like towards the end of the day, I can close these a little more. Last night I was able to touch one of these fingers to my palm and I was so excited. But then I woke up this morning and back to not being able to. So yeah, they don't know what's going on. They did send me for blood work, so I went and got blood work the very next day. First up is blood work to see how my hormone levels are, because I know hormones can really mess with you. Here's the thing. So when you go into menopause, the symptoms I'm having are common. However, they purposely left me with an ovary so I wouldn't be having these issues. So they're trying to figure out why the heck is she having these issues, because technically I should still be producing hormones. I hate getting blood work. I've gotten blood work done like 4 times already in the past 6 months. I really hate blood work. My tongue's dry. I'm just dying. Guess who almost fainted and puked a little bit and was sweating and went pale? Me! God, I freaking hate getting blood work, man. They wanted to check for lupus and see how my hormones were doing and check my thyroid. And of course, everything came out perfect, which is good. That's good. I definitely did not want lupus, but like this is the first time I've had doctors be like, we don't know. She was like, look, I'm a gynecologist. You need a rheumatologist or whatever they're called. And I was like, okay. And ow. See, I made the mistake of trying to wipe something off my table. And yeah, it's been really difficult. My mom and I have been trying to buy me bigger clothes because I'm growing and I can't fit into my clothes. Like some days I wake up and the swelling's like not that bad. And other days it's like I try to put on a shirt like this and it's like suffocating my arm. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. My theory is that it's just my hormones just not working right and they are causing issues. Because look, I knew my uterus wasn't gonna go down without a fight. Like that was obvious. Like she punished me for 17 years. You think she's just gonna walk away quietly and let me live in peace? No. She's torturing me. My results came back okay. So my ovaries should be producing the estrogen I need, but I feel old. I feel old. Because all the symptoms I'm having, I feel like line up with menopause. So I am in like some Facebook groups for like my conditions and hysterectomies and stuff. And so I post in there because it's been scary, guys. Like not being able to use your hands the way you want to, not being able to walk around because you're gonna swell up like crazy. They offered different advice, but you know, it's just hard to know. I don't really know what's going on. But I know there's this thing of like sleepy ovary, where like your ovary goes into shock after surgery because it's basically realizing everything else is gone and it has to pick up the pace and get blood flow to it. So I'm hoping it's that, because that will just go away once my ovary wakes up. But yeah, it's I don't know what's going on. So recovery has been very rough, and yeah, I don't know what to do, especially since I can't get into the doctor for so long. I don't know what I'm supposed to avoid. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to help, because if I don't know what it is, how am I supposed to know how to help it out? You know what I mean? So I've been trying to move around so that they, you know, don't get too stiff. Taking magnesium, taking calcium. If my feet get swollen, I ice them. That tends to help. I've been trying to eat healthier, but yeah, that's just an update on my surgery. It's not looking too hot right now, but I don't want to worry about it too much because then I'll have a mental breakdown. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. See, look at that. I try stretching them and stuff too, but it's just worthless. Like there's something going on that's more powerful than any stretch on this planet, because it's been like this for a while. But bye. So I got cleared to drive, right? And my mom had told me while I was healing that there was a hornet around my car, and hopefully they didn't make a nest. Well, guess freaking what I see when I open the car? And there was a hornet on there, and I tried to scare the hornet away. And you know, since my joints are still a hot mess, and I like to park my car right by a hill, and I'm wearing flip-flops, I totally fell. This is my life.